Hi, I'm Holly. I'm a Django enthusiast, and this is Ajay, and he is a lazy Rails engineer.
Thanks. So we built, Holly keeps it real. So we built SnapMap. So the question for you guys is, do you know what SNAP stands for? It's an acronym. It's a federal government program you guys all pay for. You don't count, Holly. Judges, oh, what is it? Say it again? Wow, I will buy you a beer later. That is so impressive because we did not know that ourselves. So SNAP is food stamps. It's the food stamp program, and basically the idea for what we built was Andrew for Code for America was talking yesterday about kind of civic hacks. It reminded me of a problem that I saw where a lot of the parents at the Boys and Girls Club I volunteer at, they don't know where they can actually spend their food stamps. It's actually a problem they face. So we said, let's investigate the problem, see what we can do about it.
So we started out by looking at data, and it turned out to be rather sobering. Currently, 45 million Americans are on food stamps, and that number is growing. That's 14% of all Americans. In California alone, 40% of eligible folks who are eligible for food stamps actually don't receive the benefits, either because they don't know they're eligible or the barrier to signing up is too high. And so some of the numbers are food stamps give you $5 per day per person for food. When you think about that, some of us have spent more on coffee. And to qualify, you have to make under $30,000 a year for a family of 4. So we looked at some of the government websites to figure out how to sign up for this program. They're pretty broken. This one, the CSS isn't loading, some images are broken. It's a wall of text. Imagine if you're a person who maybe has some accessibility issues, you can't see very well, or English isn't your first language. This is a really hard website to navigate. We finally found out how to learn where you can redeem your food stamp benefits, but the link is broken. So we focused on this facet of the problem in particular. We wanted to make it easier for people who qualify for food stamps to learn where they can redeem their food stamps. And here's a demo.
Thanks, Holly. So basically what we built is a SnapMap. So basically it's a Google map. Those droplets, basically the markers on the Google map, those are locations that you can redeem. Your EBT card is basically how you redeem your food stamps. So Holly did the hard work of magically finding these crazy CSVs and messy data, cleaning it, transforming it, and then putting them on the map. So what she'll do now is enter, I guess that's where we are right now, Heavybit's location. So the blue marker is where we are. You can see on the map there's one nearby. We put lat long information and mashed up some Yelp data. So we have some photos, and we can kind of say what are the locations the closest to us within a quarter of a mile. The crazy thing is when you leave and you walk outside, you'll actually see corner stores and grocery stores on your way home, but there's only 4 within a quarter mile that you can actually redeem your EBT card at. So that was actually surprising to both of us. So this is a web demo. You can imagine a lot of people might not have Wi-Fi access at the time, don't have data plans, so a texting interface would be great. So this is kind of, you just put in your address, and then we'll basically try to figure out what are the 5 locations the closest to you. So right now it's still in iMessage land, but you can imagine pretty simple, just hits Twilio, callbacks to Heroku, then returns all the way back. And this location is in the Castro, and you can imagine the 5 locations are like basically quarter mile and further. So that's pretty interesting. Now Holly will go into the technology.
So we faced a few technological challenges, most notably acquiring and parsing and cleaning all the data. It's on this very confusing esoteric government website with lots of just confusing issues and capitalization issues. So we use a mix of Python and Ruby to parse that data and upload it. We're using Heroku with a Rails backend and Postgres. We started using the Google Maps geolocation API, but we exceeded our request limit. So then we switched to Bing, which allows 50,000 requests per day. So go Bing.
And to wrap up, so it's an amazing hackathon for us because we learned a lot about food stamps. We did not know that 45 million people are on food stamps in America and the income levels that Holly kind of described. And then, we're so surprised the websites didn't work. So kind of next up for us is we kind of have this app that, it works. It's on Heroku. And we'll try to connect with the Code for America guys and SF Brigade and see if we can get into the hands of people who need it. Thank you.
I just want to comment that I think more hacks should be generated by the existence of 404s on government websites. Like, what a great impetus for building something.
So I'm curious about the data pipeline you mentioned. Is it set up to automatically kind of continue keeping the data up to date, or is there any manual step in the process?
No, so it wasn't clear from the government website how often this data is even re-updated. So we just did it this once for now, and we'll have to figure the rest out going forward.
I think the amazing thing is I think it took us like multiple hours to even find the data. It was like a CSV file. It's all of California. It's like so messy. So it's like such a messy kind of. And then when we parse the data, and then you start checking, then you're like, okay, it's Walgreens 76543/A. That so there's like all these weird normalization problems we had. So.
And this is you currently have data loaded in for all of California. Is that right?
So we loaded all of California in the database, but all you saw in the API is just San Francisco. So that's what we just built now, the whatever 1,000 something for SF.
Okay, awesome,
Thanks.
great, very well done, thank you.